Hello everyone, I am Josh and welcome to this second part of this Sims 4 house building video. So this is a 3-part house build because it is all of the episodes of my Sims 4 Let's Build a Modern Mansion series stitched together and sped up into a house build. So it ended up being very long, which is why I split it into 3 parts. And yeah, so as the title says, and as I just said like a minute ago, this is part 2. And in the last part, as you can see, we basically built the whole house and furnished the living room, dining room, and kitchen. Although in this part, I do change the floor plan and the shape of the house actually quite a bit because right now I'm not too happy with it. So yeah. Anyway, right here, I am beginning on the basement. I think I just kind of lay out a basic floor plan at this point, and then I come back later in part 3, and that's when I do all the furnishing and everything in the basement, because right now it's just going to remain empty, which is a little depressing, but never fear. Yeah, so there's the sauna, which I think stays in pretty... Oh, nope, I do move the sauna from that position, but in the original location I put it in, it actually stays there, which I think is there. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be a spa and a home gym, which I'm sure you know if you watch the series. And yeah, there's some windows to the pool, which is pretty fancy, and just expanding that room there so I can put some more windows in, and there you go. So I'm pretty much done with the basement at this point. And since someone requested it, I don't even know what part this is. Part 8, actually. This is part 8. So here, part 8 of the Let's Build, I should clarify. This clip is part 8 of the Let's Play. Anyway, you get the idea. So I put a bar in because someone suggested it, so there it is. And it fills up the space a little bit better. And I'm also putting in some nice chairs, or stools rather. And yeah, so just touching up the living room, making it look nice and fancy. And yeah, there's a railing, which is convenient. It's good to have a railing. Although I do take the house off of its foundation so I can kind of have an open area there where those basement stairs are, which looks pretty cool. And yeah, so I think the floor plan is going to shuffle about relatively soon. I'm not sure when I do it. Actually, I think it's episode 10 that I do it. So this is episode 8 that we're in at the Let's Build. So we're a few minutes away from the big change. So yeah, anyway, you can see just adding some details, which I think do stay there, which is pretty cool. So there's some details. Here's a bathroom, which I think goes turquoise, if I'm not mistaken. Should be turquoise once I find the right color. There it is. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful turquoise. I guess if you're into that kind of thing, you can have your Sims can enjoy this lovely turquoise bathroom. That is, if you download the house. Yeah, I don't know why I chose turquoise, but whatever. It's turquoise, and also have that nice fancy tile in there as well. And there's a few details and some stuff. It's actually a full bathroom, which is interesting, mainly because it was just so large. I thought might as well throw a shower in there as well. And here I'm just putting a railing there so your Sims don't fall off that little outdoor area, or I guess it's a balcony type thing, and into the pool, so I think that's a convenient addition. Here I was messing around with the master bedroom floor plan, but gave up because it was too hard, and now I'm downstairs, again, briefly, not for much long. What's going on here? I don't know, I'm just gesturing wildly again. Oh, that was the end of that part. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. I guess, oh, here we go. So I'm trying to get this, oh yeah, I was trying to get this basement thingamajig to work. Thingamajig, why do I keep saying that? It's supposed to be thingamajig something, I don't know. Oh, I don't even know it, I can't even say the word that is supposed to be a substitute for words I can't be bothered saying. Anyway, I'm trying to remove the flooring there because it would just look better, and eventually I realized I had to get rid of the foundation for it to work properly, which I discover later. So, yep, here I'm still struggling with this. I think it's going to go on for a little while as I try to get the stairs to work because the foundation just was messing it up. So that was not fun, really. Because it extended the stairs even longer than they would normally be. I added this like little platform thingy at the top of the stairs, which you can't see now because I don't even know what's happening now. Oh, there goes the foundation. I just took it off, and now I think I'll be able to do it properly. There you go. There's the floor gone, and there are these stairs. There you go. Yeah, so that took a little bit of work to get it to work right, and there you go. So there's the beautiful staircase in place, and I'm gonna have to adjust the house to better suit the lack of foundation. So like the front completely changes. You know, there's gonna be, oh, I just raised up the wall's height on the second floor. Anyway, the front completely changes. Get rid of all that angular stuff happening there, or all those diagonals and everything. It just looks terrible right now. Oh, wait, there goes the kitchen. The kitchen was just moved. That's breaking news. Okay, the kitchen just moved behind the dining room and is now being reshaped. Yeah, this is, oh, actually, this is part 9. Okay, I thought I did this in part 10, but I was wrong. Yeah, so you can see here a lot is happening. The shape is getting changed drastically, and yeah, the kitchen is going to have to be completely redone at this point, as you can probably tell. And yeah, so the house has changed a lot right now, and there's the second floor area, which is just gone. This was the way I was going to leave it, just kind of like half the house and that giant flat wall, which I later realized was a mistake, so I ended up not doing that, and I added an outdoor area and a couple bedrooms and a bathroom above that, so you'll see that. I think I do that in part 10, actually. So anyway, yeah, so this was just weird, and I don't know what I was doing. I was just messing around, trying to get something that looked okay. So yeah, this did not look okay, which was the problem. So anyway, there you go. You can see that looks just fantastic. I don't even know what that's supposed to be honest. There you go. Beautiful. Oh, moving the whole house. That's exciting. There you go. The house has been moved. Oh, it's moved again. That's probably its final location, to be honest. And, oh, adding more of those strip things. And, yeah, so, yeah, you can see this is the biggest change the house has. Well, actually, I guess the final product does look very different than this anyway. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? Yeah, so as you can see, the house just looks unbalanced at this point, which is why I change it again. And anyway, adding some doors here, some back doors. And obviously the kitchen is quite a mess. It's quite jumbled. You don't want your kitchen looking like this, that's for sure. Because it would be a little difficult to use because there's cabinets and things lying in the middle of the room. And there's stuff blocking doors and windows. And yeah, so here, just kind of moving things around. So it's actually usable. I mean, isn't it great when your kitchen's usable? I mean, I like when my kitchens are usable, personally. It's always frustrating when your kitchen doesn't work properly. Anyway, there you go. Kitchen. Lovely. Beautiful. Not done yet, but at least somewhat usable at this point. And, oh, the palm tree just was deleted. That's a little sad. Don't worry, there's more palm trees coming later. And there, I'm just fixing up the roof, I guess. It looks different now. And, yeah, so there you go. That looks different for sure. The house looks different. Not better, but different. And I don't even know what I'm going to do. Yeah, because I built this, or I recorded this episode probably like many, many months ago, so I have no idea what's coming next. Oh, we're in part 11. Oh, no, part 10, sorry. So yeah, this is where I thought I'd made this change, but as you can see, it's already happened, so I was slightly off. I do apologize. Oh, there we go. Okay, it was in part 10 where I made the second floor thing. So you can see, there we go. It's now been, there's now a room upstairs, or rooms, I guess. And yeah, I do add a kind of giant balcony thing much later on. I'm not sure when. But yeah, so it's going to be a different look to this part for the most part, but it does stay pretty much the same. So you can see there's that new roof, which kind of helps, you know, make the house look a bit more balanced. And yeah, so it's adding some details and stuff. Obviously, that was a weird way to say obviously, sorry. Obviously, the flat roof is not going to be flat anymore. I'm going to change it, like I said I was last episode, or part, or whatever I'm calling these. So yeah, you can see just adjusting the roof there a little bit. Yeah, so the house looks a lot better already, but it's still like way off from what it's going to end up looking like. So as you can see here, I'm just removing the excess trim and stuff from this part so I can put a proper roof on it. There you go. So there's an angled roof, so other things are going to change, obviously. As it is now, a lot, yeah, oh, actually, here's the front being changed. Like I said, as I was saying, a lot is going to change. I'm changing the front, so there you go. The whole angled part, or the diagonal part, is getting removed. As you can see, we're going for a much cleaner look, which looks way better. So there you go. You can see it's now a little bit more boring, but it looks better. I was going to do that, but the orange and the shape looked way too commercial, so I end up removing that top part of the entrance, and I end up making it just like a roof, which looks a lot better. And anyway, got rid of the orange, which is a good start. And yeah, so I think I'm going to put the, oh, there's a balcony happening, although I don't actually use it as a balcony, but it's there anyway. And yeah, so anyway, that looks way better right now. It looks much, much better than it did just a few minutes ago, so that's good. making progress here, as you can see. And up there goes those strips of water, those fountain strips that were on the front yard. Those are now gone, thankfully. And here I'm doing this fancy angled thing, which I did on a few houses before this one. And I thought it looked pretty cool, so you can see I'm doing that here. I don't keep it though. The curved parts don't stay because they didn't really match the house at all, because the house does not have any curves in it, so I got rid of it. Anyway, there's the plumb bob shaped fountain. Well, it's not there yet, but I'm in the process of doing it. There's the plumb bob shaped fountain, which is pretty neat. And there's the fountain in it, which I change, of course. Most things in this house change anyway, so. Yeah, and here you can see just trying to reshape this part because it was kind of messed up, and I gave up because it was too hard and came back later to do it because it kept, for some reason, deleting the whole roof, which was really annoying. I did not appreciate that, so. Anyway, yeah, here I'm putting these weird strips, on the back of the house here, which actually stay until like the very last episode where I finally redo them because they look pretty ugly right now. Yeah, that was just a mistake. And right now, I'm just adjusting the roof, and I think I'm going to change the front pretty soon, at least fairly soon, I don't know when. So here, underneath the second floor part there, you can see is going to be an outdoor living space, which looks pretty neat. There's going to be an outdoor kitchen under there, and all that good stuff. Yeah, so the floor plan has already changed quite a bit, and it's going to change even more upstairs. I think I redo the floor plan completely upstairs because right now it's kind of silly. And yeah, so that was the end of part 10, so now we're in the next part of the Let's Build, and I think I add some more details here. I actually tackled this roof, which kept deleting itself. It actually turned out when I went to take the overview shots for this house that the whole ceiling on the second floor was deleted at some point, and it probably was at this point, to be honest, so I had to redo that off camera. It was a little annoying, but it's okay. Yeah, you can see I just redid the roof there. We have a nice angled roof over the front there, which looks snazzy, and also a lot less commercial. It looks like a house now. And yeah, so there you go. It looks pretty interesting. Oh, there we go. That's where I removed the column on the right side of the entrance on the second floor. And I also add a a planting bed up there to make it look classy and fancy. Fancy schmancy. I don't even know what that voice was supposed to be. Anyway, there you go. There's the planter bed, which I put plants in. Because I don't know what else you'd put in a planter bed besides plants. I mean, I guess you could put anything you want in a planter bed, but I would assume you would use plants. But I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. And yeah, I was going to use a bunch of columns everywhere, but I didn't like the look of it, so I didn't end up doing that. And I ended up instead not doing it at all. And here's some plants there in the planter, rather. So there you go. Look at that. That looks fancy. And actually, I really like the look of that. So that turned out pretty good. And also putting in some windows, of course. So it actually looks really cool from the inside because you can see those plants there because they're floor-to-ceiling windows, which is kind of interesting. Anyway, that's now done, and that looks kind of what it does in the final product. So that's exciting. And right there, I'm just redoing some windows. Oh yeah, here's where I use the shelves kind of as details over the windows, because these are going to be floor-to-ceiling windows here. And they just kind of add a bit of detail, these shelves here. So I thought they're kind of cool. I did them on a few other houses as well. Or like I think one other house, actually. But yeah, you can see once I put the windows in, that actually looks kind of cool. So, you know, that kind of is a way of splitting up the window a bit. I don't know, it just was an interesting bit of detail, so yeah. Anyway, I also put some flowers here, so you can see there's some plants. That is a flower box now, I would call it, because there's flowers in it. The other ones I would call planters, but you could call them all planters, whatever. Yeah, so here I changed the trim to black, actually, from white, because the black just looked better. So there you go, it's all black now, and you can see the house is really coming along at this point. But it took us till halfway through part 2 of this house build before the house actually ends up looking good. So there you go. And there I'm putting in some flooring there for the walkway, which changes, of course. Well, the flooring doesn't change, but the walkway shape changes. And over here I add a balcony, which expands later and wraps around the front. So this like little balcony off to the side here gets quite a bit bigger in the end. And those weird horizontal parts, or vertical parts rather, well, they have horizontal parts inside them, but yeah, those like weird things go away. The like wall segments on either side of the balcony, they go away because they're kind of weird, so they don't stay. But anyway, that part's now pretty much done, and Oh yeah, here's where I add the, oh, this is where I add the diagonal pathway from the pool to the front walkway. So that's pretty exciting. So you can see I'm doing that here. So that goes to the pool, and it goes down over to the front walkway. So that is one of my favorite things in the landscape of this house because it just looks so cool. So yeah, anyway, I put that in, and here I had to join it to the curved porch, so I ended or pathway. So I ended up just removing the curve and doing that thing with it. So there you go. Yeah, on the other side, I put a driveway later. I think it's the last episode or of the Let's Build, and also the last part of this house build. I put in a driveway, and also here's some planters in which trees are going to go. I think all of the ones on the right side are going to be gone because I moved them other places when I do the landscaping. And here I'm just going to, I think I'm attempting to save that bathroom up there, the master bathroom that's just kind of in the middle of the house, but I do redo the floor plan completely because it was a disaster. Anyway, that was a nice cut right there. And now we're going to redo the floor plan upstairs, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh, wow, the whole master suite just got changed drastically there. Yeah, so there you go, that looks different now. I made it a bit smaller, so the overhang was less prevalent. And you can see the roof, I think the roof is the same. I just kind of took it off and put it back on, but there you go. So there's kind of like a fake balcony thingamajabber going around the master suite because I don't think Sims can actually use it because it's so small, but it's there, so it looks kind of neat. And there's some windows and some putting in some wall paint and stuff. That area now looks a lot better. There goes the master bathroom, finally, and yeah, the whole second floor needs help, really. Oh, here's where I add the home theater room. I didn't realize I did that at this point, but I guess I did. So there you go. There's the home theater room coming in, and you can see it looks pretty cool. It was just kind of there actually to break up the roof because the giant roof just needed something to break it up a bit. So I put that room up there on the third floor, which is going to be the home theater. So that's pretty neat. Those side windows that I'm putting in right now don't stay though because they look terrible. So I don't end up having those, but anyway, it's still kind of cool. So there you go, home theater room, which is fancy. Anyway, that's done. Well, the room's not done, but the physical construction is there, but the furnishing's not. Anyway, putting in the stairs to get up there. I think it's when I put in the stairs, I'm like, this floor plan needs to be changed so badly. So, oh wait, there's the master bathroom now, the new master bathroom anyway. And here's where I bring in the octagonal hallway, which I think is really cool. I'm really happy with it. So there you go. You can see there's the lovely octagonal hallway. So you can fit in I fit in two bathrooms there. The master bathroom and a hall bathroom, and split up the master bedroom there. So that's the final master bedroom shape. And I think actually this is almost the final floor plan here at this point. So you can see just opening that little area by the stairs. And I also am going to add an octagonal bathroom as well because that's cool. So I'm going to do that over here by the third floor stairs in a moment. I was just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. There it is. There's half of it anyway. And there you go. There's the octagonal bathroom, which was kind of neat. It's a cool idea. It was a little weird to furnish, but it turned out all right. So up here, I think this is before I knew what I wanted this space to be. It ended up being a home theater, spoilers, but I didn't know what I wanted it to be at this point, but I think that's what I do make it. And here I'm just making the kitchen a little bigger because it was small, and I'm just kind of rearranging things. I think it's at this point I do the kitchen, which, takes quite a bit of time. Not really, but I had to rearrange everything so it actually functioned properly and looked nice because it was kind of moved, and it just was a mess. So you can see I put some shelves in the corner, the right corner, which is kind of cool. I like those shelves. They're kind of against the wall in the cabinet. It looks really neat. You'll see I put some details on them later. And I'm also, actually, am I done with the kitchen? Wow, actually, that was pretty quick. I think that's the kitchen done, actually. And yeah, so now we're going to be putting some more planter beds outside. As you can see, the house is finally coming to shape. Coming to shape? That's not even a thing. I can't even say that. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why I just said that. It's coming along nicely. And yeah, so now I'm about to do some stuff, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what stuff, but stuff nonetheless. Painting some stuff there. Painting some more walls. And just gesturing a lot with my cursor as I'm probably explaining something, but I don't know what that is. I don't know what I'm explaining. Anyway, doing some stuff here, putting some golden chandeliers, which actually are in the final house. So those are the final lighting, which is pretty exciting that I'm finally putting in the final lighting. And I said the word final there like 4 times in one sentence. And there's some more details happening, and like some books on the table there, and also I got to remove those windows. Oh, the fish tank moved. Where does the fish tank actually go in the end? I'm not sure. I think it goes, there it goes. That's where it goes. Yeah, so the fish tank is not quite as fancy as it was. It was bigger, but I had to shrink it down a bit to fit in a door there, so your Sims can exit through the living room. And yeah, so moving the island in the kitchen, moving that table. There goes the new flooring in the kitchen. And yeah, so as you can see, finally it's coming along nicely. There's some china cabinets in the dining room. You know, they're for your china hoarder Sims. Like, you know, I know they're there, and that I kindly provided those china cabinets for your Sims there. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about china cabinets for so long. There's some more shelves in the kitchen, and some more doodads and doohickeys happening. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm about to put details in, I think. I'm not sure, though. Let's see, putting in some lighting at least, so you can actually see, and just adjusting some cabinetry. A lot of adjustment happening over there. And yeah, so there's a rug on the floor, and another mat, moving the mats around by the doors, a little plant in the corner, which looks nice. And yeah, so do I put bar stools? I think I do. Anyway, here's the details on the shelves. I'm putting them in now. And yeah, so here I'm just getting some stuff, an ice cream maker. That's nice. Your Sims can make ice cream. So that's fancy. And there's some other things being put in at this moment in time, including a cutting board, spice rack, and there's the bar stools. And I'm also going to put some stuff in on these shelves here, which I was mentioning earlier. So there's your things on the shelves. And yeah, so putting in some lighting and moving the dining table around, or the breakfast nook table, or whatever you want to call it. It's now been moved. And fixing up the bathroom here because the shape changed. Really doing a lot of work on that bathroom. Okay, that's fixed now. And now we are going to do something else in the house. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do next. Like I said, I have no idea. This is, I'm as clueless as you are as to what's coming next. So, yeah. Yeah, here I'm putting some flooring in downstairs. There's a door that's going to lead to the what's going to be the home gym, and putting in some decorative columns around the place just to make it look fancy schmancy. There's another little roof, and here's the cinema room. I'm actually going to do that now. Oh yeah, there's the TV, which is so massive it sticks up through the roof. Because, I mean, if your TV doesn't stick up through the roof of your house, you're not doing it properly. You have to have a TV that protrudes out of the roof of your house because it's so massive to have the proper experience. So that's why I did that. And here I'm just putting in some doors and some windows and painting things up just to make sure it's all finished off nicely. Also adding a little, kind of, I don't even know what that is. It's kind of just like a little bit of flooring there over the top to add some shade, I guess. And adding some more details and things, like a little fake balcony outside the master bathroom. So that looks kind of classy. So you can see I'm doing that now. I will put a railing, there it is. And yeah, so that looks nice and good. And yeah, so I think the floor plan upstairs is pretty much done at this point. Putting in some windows for the other bedrooms. Like I said, the balcony does change, but for the most part, those are the final window placements. And yeah, so you can see, there you go. You can see the TV there sticking up, that little black line in the roof. That is the TV from the cinema room, or the home theater, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's quite a large television, that's for sure. Anyway, we're in part 14 of Let's Build now, and I think I do the study possibly at this point. So here I'm just changing the color of those bar stools and that pot there. And yeah, so we're going to do the study in this part. So you can see here, I have the nice wood flooring. Oh, I'm changing the wall color outside. All right, nice wood flooring. It took me a little bit of time to find the appropriate wall color, or not necessarily appropriate, but the one I was looking for, or the one I thought would look best. So yeah, there's an art easel, which was in the entranceway now for some reason. I think I put it back in the study though, so don't worry about that. And you can see the nice wallpaper. It's kind of this nice horizontal wood, which does not match the flooring too well, but it's okay, so don't worry about it. And here you can see I'm just putting in some shelving above those cabinets. So just like, it's kind of like a storage unit type of thing. So you have the cabinets and you have the shelving there, and also I put some artwork on the shelving, including a mirror and some paintings and a little poster thingy there, just to make it look nice. And here comes in the bookshelves. Wow, that's not correct English. I'm sorry. Here come the bookshelves. So you can see there they are, looking fancy schmancy. And yeah, so putting in some lighting to our golden chandeliers. And the accent color of this room is supposed to be turquoise, although there's not too much of it in the room, but that's okay. So there's the desk, which is the most essential thing in a study is the desk. Because otherwise, what are you supposed to do? Use the computer on the floor? I don't know. Anyway, there's some chairs, so presumably some visitors can sit in those chairs, and your sim executive can sit behind their desk and be in charge. And there's a nice carpet on the floor, or a rug, really. Yeah, so putting in another rug, because those are nice rugs. And I'm also going to put in a little sitting area, so your Sims can sit down and enjoy a book if they wish. And yeah, there's a lot of sitting areas in this house, just to fill up space, of course. Because what else would you have a sitting area for? It's like really only good for filling up space, because if you're going to sit down, you would probably do it in the living room. In front of the TV, because to be honest, who reads books anymore? Probably just watch TV. But anyway, there's the chess table, and we're pretty much done with this part, so I hope you check out part 3. There's going to be an annotation at the end of this video and a link in the description below. And yeah, so we're pretty much done here, adding in a few more details and things of that nature. So there's a bunch of clutter items here on that shelving unit. And yeah, so anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the third part of this house build. Have a great day. Bye, guys.